frustrations from games early in the season, just with the start and the way you did fight back and almost were able to get the win in the finish. How are you feeling looking back now?
Yeah, I think we end up with 79, 70 of those over 3 quarters, and the difference in the start with this one is I felt we had reasonable looks. We just weren't putting in the hole, and we felt pretty comfortable where we were, holding them to 20 in that quarter and the opportunity to be able to fight back. And we showed that for the rest of the way. The frustrating part's going to be when we look back at it, the missed executions at critical times, and that's kind of where I go to first. Like we spoke about, second chance points coming into this one. We give them 17, 20 points off turnovers. Like the free throw discrepancy, 27 to 12. Like I got to go back and look at how we didn't generate more opportunities there. So, they're the things I look at straight away, and we've got to continue to grow.
It felt like you completely turned the momentum back your way, and the man next to you was a key part of that sort of by halfway through the fourth quarter. How were you not able to finish the job from there? Because it felt like everything was sort of trending in your direction.
Yeah, I think down the stretch we got the looks we kind of wanted. We missed opportunities right at the rim, and you need a little luck at times for that ball to drop. But what we generated, I was pretty happy with, and the frustration was probably more breakdowns at the defensive end at key times there, and a couple unforced errors that we can't have those moments. We're not that group that can afford that. So a frustrating one. One will go back and look at the key moments and learn from it and keep getting better.
The numbers from sort of the first 15 minutes of the game were pretty ugly, obviously, but did you feel like it wasn't so much a slow start and a sort of a thing about bad execution? It was more maybe just the shots weren't falling. Were you reasonably happy with what you were creating in those first 15 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. Like it wasn't, I felt we allowed missed shots to impact us at the other end in a couple key moments and called a timeout to address that. And in that timeout, it was about, we're fine. We just got to keep, executing, letting the ball do the work and continue to find those types of shots, but take care of the defensive end. And, again, we hold them to 20, a total of 87, like they hit that 3 right on the buzzer. Like it's a winnable score for us to be able to go and take that. We just couldn't put the ball in the hole at critical times.
It felt like you'd done a good job to only be 10 down at halftime, and key to that was I think Norto, Toey and Bear, I think they contributed for 21 of those 32 points in the first half. Those guys were huge in just keeping you in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Norto had an outstanding game, and I could see it coming through the week. I thought he had a really solid week of practice, and that's the same can be said for Toey and Bear. Like, their daily input at practice is the reason they get that reward in those moments, and they were outstanding for us. Unfortunately, Toey gets injured and can't come in down the stretch, which probably would have helped us in some areas there. But I can't fault the mindset and application. It's just the execution piece for us in this one that's going to be the frustrating point.
How are you feeling after that, Norton?
Yeah, I mean, Justin's pretty much bang on. I think, we execute, sometimes, and we look really good. We generate the shots we want. They just didn't fall. That first or second time out in the first quarter, Bear was bang on. He was like, look, it's a winnable score. We're keeping them to. Shots will drop. We just got to keep executing, and that's something that we focused on, and it's really good to have his input, being a former player for them and a championship player as well. So he's bang on. And I thought we responded well out of the timeout.
When you only score, I think it was 9 points in the first 30 minutes of the game, how do you stay focused on trusting the process and trusting that you are creating the right looks, and then eventually things will turn like they did? When you're out on the court, how do you make sure you stay focused?
I just think you gain confidence and everything by the reps and everything we do at training. We move the ball really well at training. We get great shots. We knock them down, and I think that's how you gain confidence, that, water always finds its level, and, I think that's why, we're able to make that comeback.
You had a hell of a captain's game yourself. Is it tough to be too happy with that, given you lost the game, and obviously as the captain, winning is what matters. I mean, how do you sort of separate the fact that you played by yourself with the fact that you didn't quite win the game?
I mean, it's pretty easy. Like you said, we didn't get the win, so that's what something, this club is priding themselves on, is winning ball games, and it doesn't matter who does it, or we want to do it by a committee, and I managed to put some points on the board, but we didn't get the win, so that's the thing that matters the most. And we'll go back and look at film at how we can get different guys into their spots and shots, and then from there we'll move forward.
I've had a chat to Justin about this. Interested from a player's point of view, is it tough to build momentum when you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, as it was this week, 9 days in between games? Is it tough to build momentum from week to week when you've got so much time in between games in this patch to start the season?
I just think it's difficult to get momentum in this league, full stop. This league is talented. Every team can beat anyone on any given night, and I think that's something that you really got to lean into the week that we had. Were we solid on each possession of every day? Were we treating it like it was Game 5 of a grand final, or were we just floating through a little? And I think only individuals can answer that themselves. And from there I think it's any given night, anyone can beat anyone, like I said.
You were pretty happy with the week's preparation, Justin. Do you keep things similar this week, leading into going up to Cairns next Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. Where I'm happy is our consistency is getting better and better, but we're not a finished product. So I'm always going to ask more and more of our group, and Nordo touched it on there. We need to keep challenging ourselves every moment to keep pushing forward. And we know there's potential in this group, and we've said it before, but that's a dangerous thing until we find that level. And that's our challenge right now, to go back to work, to keep those habits as consistent as we want them, and then put ourselves in a position to be able to go get a road win in Cairns.
I want to ask you about Tyrell. I mean, he's become the main focus of every opposition's defence right now. He's getting massacred. I mean, to be fair, he only goes to the foul line twice for the entire night tonight. I mean, how do you try to still take advantage of him when he's such a target of what the opposition's doing?
They were definitely your words, not mine. But Tyrell's definitely getting attention, but at the same time, we've got to keep putting him in positions where he can have success. And, I think there was more than enough opportunity for us to keep punishing their hard show and put that position in success as a consistent habit. And we probably didn't find it enough down the stretch. And, again, there's opportunity for him to go finish. Maybe he gets held on a few things as he's trying to finish there, but for us it's about can we continue to put him in positions of success, and for the most part we feel we're doing that. He's consistently impacting at the other end as well, which is pretty important for us.
You mentioned Toby before as well. What did he do, and is it a chance that it's something that might keep him out, or is it too early to tell?
Probably too early to tell. He copped a pretty bad knee to his hip flexor. Just couldn't push off it when we put him back in. So we'll know more when we assess it tomorrow.
Thanks very much, guys.